guys? It's me, your boy, and today I wanted to talk about something which may seem kind of strange for someone who is now officially an American, but I wanted to talk about prerogative. And those of my friends who live in monarchies um probably have heard the word before in reference to its royal version, royal prerogative. And basically all prerogative is just the authority of a monarch to sort of rule dictatorially, basically, and basically override all of the protections that there are, if any, um, within a monarchy. So like, just for example, let's say, there's a war going on, and the monarch is afraid that something is gonna happen and stuff like that, and so what he or she does is she declares martial law, and she starts, has the military on the streets, imposes a curfew, does all of this stuff, but it's supposedly for the good of the public, right, in desperate times. um But usually prerogative can also be simpler, right? Like the the approval of laws is one thing, like um laws have to be signed in the US by the president, right? They have to have his, or hopefully in the future her, signature to come into effect, to be added to the Federal Register and the United States Code. I think this is something similar happens in the UK as well. But weirdly, in the UK, I think there's this thing called letters patent, which is just like when a monarch declares um a law or a custom be done, sort of ex cathedra, from, or ex trono, from the throne or from the chair. Ex cathedra is actually, a Catholic term, but yeah, there's also that, but it's interesting, most of us who are democratically minded, which is most people, right, would say, oh, well, prerogative seems kind of dumb. Why would we want to give a monarch that power? It doesn't even matter anyway, because, modern monarchs understand that they're kind of just a stamp, whatever. But I was thinking about it, and I actually kind of like could see a situation where prerogative, especially royal prerogative, could be a good thing, in the sense that, like, let's say you have a monarch or a leader who is very popular with the people, like, say, Queen Elizabeth II or something like that. And let's say, through some circumstances, his or her majesty's government became overrun with with terrible people. Let's say, like, for example, a Mussolini type figure, which actually did happen. A lot of people don't realize, but throughout, the no Italian reign, Italy was still a kingdom, right? With a king, Victor Emmanuel. And so, like, yeah, say you have this popular guy, his government is actually no-no-ified. The government carries with it the bundle of sticks and an axe. I could definitely see a situation where, like, seeing the sort of what the government was like, and assuming that the monarch had the support of the people, so that any sort of civil rebellion from the part of that no government would be impossible to fully foment within the society. I could definitely see royal prerogative, being a useful thing. And I think when Mussolini was arrested, he was done so by the order of the king. It wasn't just like a police's arrest or something. But I mean, you could argue that, okay, the politicians told him to do that, but still, there is sort of, I think, an argument to be made that having that sort of something even above the government, not even just checks and balances, but some guy that can say, assuming he's reasonable, that's the issue. We're not assuming that these people are reasonable, can say, yeah, you're a little wild, my guy. I think I'm gonna dissolve your government, or I think I'm gonna arrest you. I could definitely see that now. Is old Charlie Sausage Fingers that guy? No, he's not that guy. Unfortunately, I don't think most people are comfortable having a guy whose fingers look like those chicken sausages you get in like the stout white can or tin. I don't think he's very popular. I'm sorry. But yeah, and also I forgot to mention that this sort of thinking on prerogative came from one of John Locke's works. I believe the second Treatise of Civil Government, where he talks about it. And yeah, thank you very much for listening to this video on prerogative. Bye.